Welcome back. This is where Module 10 comes full circle. In this final lesson, we're going to actually build a WLAN from the controller side and then take a step back to lock in everything we've covered across the module. Think of it as two moves in one. Configure, then consolidate. By the time we hit that final echo, Module 10 is yours. So let's start with the build itself. On the WLC, creating a WLAN follows a clean, ordered flow through the GUI. First, you create the WLAN and give it an SSID, then you map it to a dynamic interface, which is really just the VLAN it lives on. From there, you set your security, typically WPA2 or WPA3, with either a pre-shared KA or 802.1x, optionally tune QoS, and finally, enable it so the APs start broadcasting. The two pieces the CCNA really wants you to internalize, the VLAN mapping and the security policy. Everything else orbits around those. And with that, Module 10 is officially in the books. Look at the ground we've covered, from the physics of RF and the 802.11 standards, through AP modes and CAPWAP tunnels, into the WLC architecture itself, and finally, landing on wireless security. That's the full arc. Raw radio waves on one end, a fully configured and secured WLAN on the other. Every lesson built on the last, and now you've got the complete mental model the CCNA expects you to carry into the exam. Before you close the book, though, there are a handful of facts you really do need to memorize cold, the ones that show up again and again on the exam. On 2.4 gigahertz, only channels 1, 6, and 11 are non-overlapping. 802.11 ACI and AX map to Wi-Fi 4, 5, and 6. CAPWAP runs on UDP 5246 for control and 5247 for data. SplitMac means the AP handles real-time RF while the WLC handles management. And for security, WPA2 uses AES CCMP with PSK or 802.x, while WPA3 upgrades to SAE. And with those essentials locked in, Module 10 is officially in the books. You've now walked the full wireless stack, from radio waves and 802.11 standards through lightweight APs and the WLC, all the way to a secured VLAN-mapped WLAN. That's 11 of 12 modules done. Only automation and exam prep stand between you and the finish line. So go ahead, change into the M11 directory and fire up the next module. Automation and programmability is where things get genuinely modern. Software-defined networking, REST APIs, JSON payloads, and a look at how AI is reshaping network operations. If this module helped you, drop a like, subscribe for the rest of the series, and find the full course over at Dargslan.com. I'll see you in Module 11.